Hello, everybody. It's Wynn from University Underdogs. It's been a while since I've made a video, but I'm back. We're about halfway through the college football season, and it's about that time to think about who's going to make the college football playoffs or who is not. So I have a tier list right here of who I think has a chance of making the college football playoffs. Fighters, possibly, but unlikely. Win out, maybe you'll make it. No, and then not a chance, which is UMass and Sam Houston State territory. So, yeah, like I said, halfway through the season, right now is a great time to start thinking about this. All right, so we are going to start off with the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, except for that loss to Florida State, I think that they're going to make the college football playoffs with the strength of schedule. They're playing a couple of ranked teams. I would say that they are contenders for the college football playoffs. You can hate me all you want. Next up is Auburn. Maybe if they win out, I don't think they would, but I'm going to put them in no right now. And same with Arkansas, just a couple of crucial losses that just puts them not in the college football playoffs this year. Next up, we're going to go to Texas A&M. Of course, having a great season, top 5, I believe, in the country right now. So, yeah, of course, they're going to be contenders. And same thing with LSU. LSU is, of course, contenders for the college football playoffs. Just, I'm not sure if they could keep it up going into the end of the season. But, of course, same thing with Oklahoma right now. They're definitely contenders for the college football playoffs, being led by John Mateer if their stadium holds up. Of course, the brick wall incident last week's game. But yeah, all of those teams are definitely contenders, and they're all SEC schools. So I believe we have a couple of more SEC schools that could possibly make the college football playoffs. Now we're going to Texas. Texas, I'm gonna put them in win out maybe. I don't think that they're gonna make it if Arch Manning continues to play the way he has so far. Next up, we have Ole Miss, who is of course a contender. Trinidad Chambliss, one of the best D2 transfers of all time, I'd say. Next up, Mississippi State. Honestly, dude, Mississippi State hasn't been the worst team in the SEC this year. I'm going to put them at no right now, but this list could change. Mississippi State has been playing close games all year, and they've been playing really well, so I could probably bump them up to win out maybe after this week. Next up, Georgia. Yeah, of course, they're going to be contenders. All right, next up, Florida. I probably put this in either win out maybe or possibly but unlikely. Of course, suffered a couple of crucial losses, but I don't think that'll make up for the wins that they have. So I'm going to put them in win out maybe right now. Next up, Kentucky is going to go right into no. And I think with Tennessee is going to be possibly but unlikely. They have been okay this year at best. Next up, we're going to go with Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia. I'm going to say, not sure whether to put it in possibly but unlikely. I'm going to put them in possibly but unlikely, just for right now at least. And South Carolina, maybe if they win out, but I'm going to put them in no right now. Lenora Sellers, one of my favorite quarterbacks. He has not done great this year. Missouri is also going to go in. I'm going to put them in win out maybe. They haven't been the worst team all year. And we have Clemson up next. I'm going to put Clemson at no. I think just those losses that they've suffered are like they're too big to come back from. And that's going to put them in no. So next team, we're going to go Georgia Tech. This one's, you can put this both ways from contenders, possibly but unlikely, and win out maybe. I'm going to put them in possibly but unlikely. Haynes King, of course, a great quarterback. And Georgia Tech could do some special things in the future or this season if Haynes King continues to play the way he has. I'm also going to put Florida State in possibly but unlikely. Miami is going to go into contenders. Carson Beck, one of the best quarterbacks this year so far, Heisman candidate. And overall, the first couple of teams in the ACC are decent at most, but I feel like the more we go on, I think we have a pretty rough stretch going on here. Starting off with Syracuse, I'm going to put them in no. And same thing with Boston College. I'm going to put them in not a chance, actually. Just getting blown out by Pitt. That's horrible loss for the Boston College Eagles. I'm not sure if they're Golden Eagles or not. Going to Boston College, so it's probably going to be crucial to know that in the future. Next up, we have UNC is going to also probably go in no. I'm not going to say not a chance. And same thing with Duke. I'm going to put them in no. And then Wake Forest. My guy Wyatt loves Wake Forest, but I'm also going to put them in no. So same thing with NC State. I could put them in not a chance, but I'm also going to put them in no because I'm a nice guy. All right, next team. This is going to be actually really long. Virginia, I'd say win out maybe. They've been pretty well this year. I'm going to put Virginia Tech and not a chance. I'm going to go put Pitt at no. Louisville can get a nice probably no. SMU, of course, didn't make the college football playoffs last year, but they're not going to do it this year. They're also going to get a no. And same thing with Cal. I mean, if they win out, it's a possibility, but like I'm also going to put Cal at no. And Stanford's going to go into not a chance. Kansas is going to go to no. Baylor, I'm not too sure about Baylor and put them in win out maybe. I'll put them at no for now. Don't forget, I'll come back to this later in the season and see how I did. And of course, I'd say this looks pretty good so far. Next up, Kansas State. I'm gonna put them in not a chance. They've just been playing horrible all season. Next up, Texas Tech. I'm gonna put them in win out maybe. They've been ranked for a decent part of this year, but they just have fallen off. I'm gonna put UH at no. BYU. I'm also gonna say. Do I put them in possibly but unlikely? They've played some cupcake opponents, but they've been looking really good this year under Bear Buckmeyer. And Lavelle Edwards Stadium has been popping this season. I'm going to keep them in, I'm going to put them to possibly but unlikely. Y'all can hate me for that, but I think it's the best decision. Cincinnati win out maybe. They've been pretty good this year under Brendan Sorsby. UCF, I'm going to put them in not a chance. Same with Oklahoma State. I'm going to put Wake Forest at no, being nice to them today. TCU is going to go to win out maybe. Arizona is going to go to no. Arizona State is going to go to no. We have so much teams on this list. It's getting ridiculous. Utah is also going to go to no. Colorado, no. Iowa State, so much teams on this list. I'm going to go to win out maybe. They suffered a big loss against Cincinnati. So, Ohio State is going to go into contender without a doubt. Just can't get above the screen. It's too much teams and no. Maybe if I go full screen it'll work, but I'm not going to do that. Next up is Michigan. I'm going to say if they win out, possibly. I don't think that they're going to do it, though. Let's be real. Michigan State goes into no. That's easy. Penn State. I'm going to say win out maybe. Of course, losing to UCLA is horrible. But, that's not going to. Yeah, let's be real. They're probably going to not make the college football playoffs this year. Maryland's going to go into no. All right, it's the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. There we go. Diehard Rutgers fan over here. We could have a chance of going into not a chance. We're not going to make the college football playoffs, so I'm going to be nice to my team. I'm going to put them in no. We could probably beat Maryland, honestly. UCLA. No, they're not going to make it even if they do win out. I'm going to put them in no. USC, I don't know how USC is doing. Yikes. Should probably think about that next time. But I'm going to put USC into no. I haven't heard much noise from them this season. Washington is going to go into win out maybe territory. And Oregon, of course, national title contenders. I'm going to put them up here. So many teams on this list. It's wild. Illinois is going to go to win out maybe. I'll be nice to them today. Be nice to the Illini. Just a bit. Next up, Northwestern. I'm going to put them in not a chance. Actually, maybe I should put UCLA in not a chance. 4 losses already. Yeah, I'm going to keep them there. I'm sticking with that. May as well already go to Purdue. I'm gonna put them in no. Not a chance yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna put them at no. Um, Indiana's gonna go into possibly, but unlikely. Wisconsin is gonna go into no. Minnesota is gonna go into no. Iowa, probably not. I don't think that they're gonna make it this season. My computer's glitching. I'm running off a very old computer. How much battery do I have left? Battery's getting drained like crazy. I have a bunch of teams left as well. So I'm going to put Nebraska at no. Oregon State at not a chance. That's obvious. With Washington State also at not a chance. I'm going to put them at win out maybe. A bunch of American teams have been playing great this season. I'm going to put UAB at no. Temple, I'm going to put them in win out maybe. Honestly, Temple has played two of some of the best teams in the country, and those were the only two losses this season. Of course, Oklahoma and Georgia Tech, but they've won every other game. I know they haven't played the best opponents, but they've been looking really good this season. I'm gonna put Navy at no. Army at not a chance. I do support Army pretty well. USF. Do they go into? Let's see. Should I put them in win out maybe? Yeah, I'm gonna put them in win out maybe for now. I'm gonna bring Temple down to no, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Temple back down to no. I work for FAU. I'm gonna say not a chance, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but Zach Kittley is in the middle of a rebuild. Tulane definitely could win out and possibly make it. Still also unlikely. ECU is gonna go into no. After that loss against Brigham Young, it's unlikely that they have a chance. Charlotte is gonna go into not a chance. Rice is probably going to go into no on this one. Be nice to him today. UTSA is going to go into no. UNT is going to go into, let's see. We'll go to win out maybe right here. They've been great this season. Tulsa is going to go to not a chance. Same with Middle Tennessee State. I'm going to be nice to Western Kentucky today, and I'm going to put them up in no. I should have added the Sam Houston State in UMass's own tier, which probably should have done. But if I could, I'm gonna put this dead at the bottom right here for Sam Houston State. New Mexico State is going to get a big fat no, and same with UTEP. Same with no, I'm gonna put Louisiana Tech at a not a chance. Jacksonville State under Gavin Wimsatt is gonna get a no. Kennesaw State is going to have a not a chance. Same with Delaware. Although I do support Delaware. They're not that great this season. Liberty is going to go into no. FIU is going to go into not a chance. Same with Missouri State. I feel like the lower we get on this list, the more not a chance teams we're going to have. NIU is going to go into not a chance. Same with Ball State. My computer won't stop glitching. Yeah, I mean, like, look at these teams that we have left. I mean, except for Old Dominion and maybe a couple of other teams, except, well, we're not counting Notre Dame. They're going to be up there, of course. But everything except for Old Dominion and possibly, I'd say, UNLV, I don't think anyone else is going to make it since we already got past the American Athletic Conference, of course, had a couple of teams. About a high level, I'm going to put Western Michigan and not a chance. Same with Eastern. Bowling Green, shout out Pudge, by the way. They're going to go into no. Akron, they can't make the college football playoffs. So they're going to go at no. Same with Kent State. Sorry, both of them are not a chance. Buffalo is going to go into no. I'm going to move them down to not chance, actually. I'm going to be a bit rude to Buffalo today. Ohio is going to go into no. Same with Miami, Ohio. Toledo can probably go up there. I'm gonna give Toledo a decent chance to redeem themselves. Troy is gonna go into a no. Louisiana is gonna go into no. All right, not a chance. Sorry. Southern Miss is gonna go to not a chance. Texas State is gonna go to no. Southern Alabama is gonna go to not a chance. Arkansas State is going to go to not a chance. Same with ULM. Marshall is going to go into no. Dude, why are there so many teams on this list, man? Next up, we have James Madison. I'll put them at no. Old Dominion is going to go to win out, maybe, for the first time in so long. So, too many teams on this list, man. Why did I do this to myself? But Coastal Carolina is going to go at not a chance. Like, got crushed by Old Dominion last week. Now we have Appalachian State, who's going to go at no, well, not a chance. Sorry. Georgia Southern, I'm going to put them at not a chance. Same with Georgia State. San Jose State could probably get into no. San Diego State is going to go into not a chance. Same with Fresno State and Air Force. Now I'm gonna put Colorado State at no. Same with New Mexico. Boise State is out. Utah State is gonna go to not a chance. Wyoming also. I'm gonna put Hawaii at no, just because they could win a couple of games this year. That'll probably shock me. UNLV is gonna go into win out, maybe. Let's see. So many teams that no. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna go to win out, maybe, for them. Nevada gets a big no. Notre Dame is gonna go into possibly but unlikely. Going to watch Notre Dame versus Boston College, which I'm very excited for later this season, which will also be a vlog on the channel. UMass is going to go into not a chance, still winless. And then UConn I'm going to put at no, and that is all the FBS teams. That is a huge list. I'm going to make this into like 5 parts, probably put it on the Instagram. But, no, yeah, I mean, I think my thing glitched. Yeah. No, I'm gonna go recap over pretty much everyone. Dude, my computer's almost dead, so I gotta hurry this up here. But no, contenders, the teams you would expect to see. Possibly, but unlikely. Maybe a couple of picks in there that could change later in the season. But I'm kind of happy with that one. Win out, maybe, same thing. I'm pretty happy with that. I like the addition of Old Dominion in there. And then a whole bunch of teams and no, I can't recap. And then a whole bunch of teams and not a chance. So, this was a very successful list. Yeah, like, there's a whole bunch of different stuff that could change to this list later on in the season. But I'm happy with it. I think that this will last for the end of the season. Sorry if my camera is absolutely horrible, but we'll make of what we can get. So I appreciate that. Please remember to like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Yeah, just hope y'all have a great day. Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Continue to relish the rest of the college football season. And hey, it's Wynn. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.